Can you guys hear me? Is it clear now? Let me see. Let me turn. Hi guys. Sorry for the technical difficulties we had, but we are back and we will do this together. You're moving and talking. Okay, I will not move anymore. I will be still in one place. Hey Blossom, you didn't miss much. The computer just kicked us out, so we will literally pick up where we left off. Okay. I'm ready. Okay. So I'm going to start where I basically finished. I was brushing my brows upwards. They are not looking perfect, as you can tell from this to this. Now I'm going to show you guys how to actually clean it up and make it look very, very precise. So I am going to go into the MAKIAGE Vakam Flawless Concealer. I am number 10. It's a beautiful peachy color that I use, which is a perfect color for my skin tone. It's not too light, it's not too dark. It just blends into my skin. And we are going to clean up around the brows. So what I like to do is just take off the extra product in here. I like to go a little bit underneath like this and just a little bit on top. You do not need to put too much product. It is a very, very full coverage concealer, so you don't need too much product. So what we're gonna do now is, you can take any flat brush that you guys like, it doesn't matter, or anything a little bit more fluffy. I do like a little bit of a flatter brush because I feel like you get more precision into the brows. So I'm going to clean up everything that I wanted to in here. Right there. Make the shape of however you want your brows to look. So if you want them to look very sharp, go in very precise. If not, just blend it out. Okay. Is it, can you guys see clear now? Is it still a little bit of a glitch and grainy, or is it better now? Okay, perfect. So yes, you guys are, okay, perfect. Just making sure everybody can see better. Okay. Okay, so it looks good. All right. Thank you, Marilyn. Thank you, Rosen. Okay. So now, again, just clean up on top, however you want it to look. Again, this is where your brows, any mistakes that you guys have made, you can just clean it up. This is basically your eraser. So there you go. And then whatever product you have left on your brush, just bring it to the whole eyelid, because this is where we're going to be doing our shadow. There you go. Okay, so now that you look at this brow to this brow, there are two different brows. This looks so much more alive. It looks more higher. The face looks more lifted because you have everything cleaned up. So what I do like to do is take my Il Makiage powder, the foundation powder. I am in the color bronze beige. And I take a little bit of my brush and powder and I set that eye into place. I do not want any creasing. Right over here. And just lock it into place. So as we are wearing a mask, we do get very like humid. We get very like oily in the face and the face just feels weird. So you can take this powder actually and put it all over the face, even underneath your mask. So it looks great. So just in this area, do the top part too. And we're going to keep it soft so we can go, basically we can do something very simple for every day. We're not doing anything crazy. So I am going to be going into our color Boss Squad eyeshadow palette. It is a beautiful, it's like this mauvey brown palette. It looks really, really good on every single skin tone. So you get like a lighter shade, a darker shade, you get two shimmer shades, but it's so beautiful that you can make it work on, again, on every single person. And mine is called Trendsetter. So I'm not going to use this palette to give myself like a crazy eye look. It's more of like, I want my eyes to look more defined. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up this really pretty mauve color right over here. I'm going to be taking a blending brush and I'm going to fill in my crease. So crease is when you touch your eye and that depth part is your crease. And I'm going to just start rolling in there. Again, I want something to give me more definition when I do my liner, so nothing looks too blank. Pick up more, add more. Always pick up more and add more instead of just adding all at once. Keep going, keep adding on whatever you want. Okay. If you're happy with the way it looks, I like to go in with a darker color, same brush. Pick up a little bit, tap off the excess. I'm going to focus this on the corner a little bit. Again, we're giving more definition to the eyes. See, gives you that nice smoky look. As Il Makiage is mentioning, yes. So we do a lot of live videos and we save them onto our YouTube channel. So you should totally go ahead and subscribe if you guys want to learn more tips and tricks. There's always so many artists that come in here. They do beautiful tips. They do like beautiful makeup. Blossom said, I can never get my makeup right. I haven't done my makeup in 10 years. Well, right now is the best time to subscribe to the channel because there's so many like tips for beginners and more like pro artists. So you guys can always follow and learn like new tricks. So now we're going to do liner, the part that nobody really likes but loves but has the hardest time doing. So I'm going to be taking my Il Makiage liquid liner in black. I love this liner. I'm a liner girl. I have always loved liner my whole life. I used to struggle with it. I still struggle with it sometimes, guys. I love the tip of this liner. Like, see? It's like perfect. It's not flimsy at all. It's super duper sharp. I've been dying to do a wing liner. Yeah, Emily, trust me, that's like the trick. So I always like to shake up liner no matter what, even though you don't have to. So it's literally how you hold a brush is how you get your liner. So I always tell people, like with your elbow, always have your hands down very stable so everything is good to go. Now, whenever you do liner, do not try to go in there if you have a really hard time doing a liner and just wing it. Instead, kind of like wait and do slow strokes on it. So what I want you guys to do is keep your hand this way, We're going to close our eyes. I'm not tugging my skin, by the way, like this. I'm just holding on because it's just a habit. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to hold it. I'm going to go close and I'm going to start drawing. You can do this very, very close to your lash line. Again, be more steady. Have your hands down. Always the best way to do it. And slowly just keep coming out. Do not do very thick because you can make it thicker, but it's harder to make it thinner. Again, I'm not tugging my skin. I'm just moving my finger back. It just gives me more like control over my liner. And we're going to come till the corner. So, and then at this point to fill it in and to wing it, I'm going to give you guys a very good trick of how to do it. And again, if you do mess up, it's okay. We're going to fix it. So when you go to this corner, you know how the bottom of our eye is? Do you set the liner with anything, with shadow? No, I don't. This is waterproof and stays on all day. So again, at the corner, when you come, just draw a line, a small line. It does not need to be perfect. I will show you guys how to clean up that line. So a very, very sharp line for a wing. And what we're going to do at this point, we're going to move our brush over, our eyeliner over. So I'm going to go this way. I'm going to follow that line and I'm going to bring it in just like that. Keep doing this until you're super duper happy. Look at that. See, super sharp. If you want it even longer, your line can be even more longer. You don't have to leave it up here. There you go. Blossom. I had trouble with that for years. Trust me, we all did. Deborah said, why not shadow after the liner? So Deborah, the reason we're not going to be using the shadow after the liner is because this liner is actually really, really waterproof. So it's budge proof. It doesn't move whatsoever. Usually you use a shadow on top of a liner when it's pencil, but even the MAKIAGE pencil liner is waterproof. So you do not need to set it with a shadow because it does not transfer onto your lid. Chelsea said, even with super oily eyelid, yes, I have really oily eyelids and I also have hooded eyes, if you guys can tell. My liner does not transfer over. Just always let the liner do kind of like set in. When it's very, very liquidy, sometimes it does tends to transfer, but this liner is not super liquidy. It's like just a perfect amount and the consistency of it is amazing. So this is how you do it. Now, one little trick I will give you guys, if you feel like you made a mistake, either take a Q-tip or a cotton pad, take your micellar water, dip it in there, fold your cotton pad in half, and go like this on the bottom, and then just do this. So when you do that, you can make your liner very, very sharp. So it just picks up all the excess product off. So if you guys do make that mistake, just do this. There you go. Marie said, I love the stabilizing of your arm. Always try doing with that. Yes, always have your arm down. The best way to do liner. Now to finish up the whole mask thing, there cannot be any makeup without any concealer because we all love concealer to bring more light. And like I said, I have noticed I have hooded and puffy eyes because of side effects. Yeah, that happens. I just naturally have hooded eyes. So I'm going to be taking the same exact concealer that I used all over my eye. I am going to be focusing it in this area. Again, I'm using the Fucking Flawless in number 10. Followed what I did, came out perfect. I'm so glad it worked for you guys. This is why we do the video, so you guys can learn. I'm going to be taking the same brush that I used earlier, and I am going to use my concealer in this area. Now, remember, guys, since we are wearing masks and it's so hot outside, again, depends on the area you live in. Do not put too much product. It's more of like a little bit goes a long way. It's more of like dabbing in. Bring it lower a little bit because, again, this is the area where we're going to be wearing the mask. So I want to dab that in. Just like that. And once I am happy with my concealer, I will be taking again the MAKIAGE powder that I absolutely love, the powder foundation in bronze beige. I'm going to be taking the other side of the brush and I'm going to be locking that in. Just like that. Katie said I've never been able to do liquid eyeliner. Trust me, you can do this liner. It's literally the hand and the liner too. So there you go. And for all of you ladies out there who's having a hard time, never can find a liner and everything, Il Makiage did started this tryout makeup. So you guys can pick 3 products, any 3 products that you guys want, and you do not have to pay for it. You only pay $5 of shipping. So it's basically try it before you buy it. And the product comes to you and you do get to try the product. And if you do like it and under 10 days, I think, if you do love it, you can keep it, and then that's when they're going to charge you. If not, you can send the product back. So try it before you buy it. So a lot of you girls who's having a really hard time with liner and you want to try something new, like definitely go ahead and try before you buy it trick. It's really great because there's like barely any makeup brands who do that, and Il Makiage is like, that's a very great way of trying makeup. Melissa, 14 days. Yes, that's what I was thinking. So it's around 10 to 14 days. So at this point, I'm going to go back into the same exact eyeshadow palette we used. I'm going to be using this darker color a little bit on a flatter brush. And I'm just going to give a little bit more definition to my eyes underneath. Just like that, very, very close. There you go. It just looks pretty when you are wearing a mask. Your eyes just like pop, like you can tell. Chelsea said, love that, we have to try. I know exactly. Like it's such a great way of trying makeup. And then at the end, I'm going to be using our Icon mascara. I love this mascara. So a lot of time people do ask questions like, there are so many mascaras, like which mascara should I buy? I don't get it. Like I like this mascara better than the other. So what I do tell people, it's literally, yes, the formula does matter, but so does the brush. So this brush over here is basically a very nice hard brush. It's a harder bristle, which I do love. I feel like you do get a lot of volume with this brush, and then you also get a lot of length. So what I like to do is just go in there and wiggle it and go up. So I don't think this mascara is waterproof, but again, I live in Florida and my mascara does not budge all day and it's always raining here. So just do that. Wiggle it. There you go. And also you can do it at the bottom too, a little bit. Again, it does not transfer, it does not flakes or anything, so you should be good. There you go. See how much it opens up your eyes comparing it to the left eye? Melissa said, does the powder foundation transfer from your face to clothes or mask? So powder in general transfers for everyone, unless it's like liquid. Liquid doesn't really transfer as much. So yes, but I don't really wear a lot of makeup underneath my mask. I try to focus in this area. So I will just stick to this instead of wearing all over. Jen said, what if you wear foundation instead of powder? Yeah, you can totally do that. I actually do wear the Il Makiage foundation on an everyday basis with the powder on top, and it does not transfer. Okay. What other questions do we have? Do you guys have any questions for me? I will be finishing this eye, so I look a little like. How do you make clean line when skin is moving with the liner? So Basia said, how do you clean line when skin is moving with the liner? So the best way, like I told you, like when you do the liner, do not tug your skin, but more of like hold it a little bit. So it kind of helps you and your skin doesn't really move a lot. And even then, if you have a really hard time doing liner, another trick I do give people that have a little bit more of skin on their eyes, when you close your eyes, like just go like this a little bit. Like you're kind of like pulling it, but not really pulling it. So go like that, and then boom, you can line it underneath. Do you guys have any questions for me? Bottom eye from... So Sherry said, how do you prevent the bottom eye shadow from moving? So this shadow actually doesn't really like transfer. Again, I come from oily skin, live in Florida. It is a very, very good formula. So it doesn't move at all, especially when you have concealer down and you do put on shadow, your shadow doesn't tend to move all day long. Is liquid better than pencil? So it just depends on which one do you really like. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. So if you are a pencil person and you do want to try liquid, definitely try the MAKIAGE liquid. And remember, you can do the try before you buy it. So get on their website. You can even take the foundation quiz and try the foundation and the powder out. And for a lot of you girls who do have problems with your makeup just like transferring, definitely try out the Il Makiage powder. It does not transfer. Like for me, this has been great. Like it keeps my makeup into place. Love Preciosa said, I have dry skin. Does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. The all the products are like creamy, but not creamy to the point where they will kind of like budge. They don't do that. Joanne said, how do you keep the powder from flying around under the eye? The best way to use them is either with a sponge you can do, or you can do just a brush that's more stiff. Il Makiage actually has a liquid foundation brush. I do also love that brush for powder because I love how like it's just the perfect amount of dense. It's not too dense. So it does give you a very, very full coverage powder too. So for someone who doesn't like to wear liquid or just likes to set their makeup with a lot of powder, definitely use that brush. Okay. Remember guys to follow us on the Instagram page. There's a lot of videos that get posted on there, also on the YouTube. So subscribe to both the areas like Instagram and YouTube. I'm gonna just do quickly this eye so I look even. So I'm getting a lot of questions on the dry primer. So just to give you guys a little help, I love using the Il Makiage No Filter Poreless Primer. It's amazing for all skin types, so it doesn't matter if you're oily or dry. It works really, really good for every single skin. It is this one. This is how the bottle looks like. So you can hop on the website, and after the class is done, definitely get that. I love glitter, but I do have trouble traveling around. Do you use anything to help it stick better? If you do love anything glitter, just use your finger. It just sticks better. We do, in this palette too that I use, actually, we do have glitter. So what you can do is, again, use your finger and then just dab it on. And it also gives you a really nice pop of color when you're wearing a mask. Alrighty, let's see. Let's do a few more questions before we leave. Jeffrey said my eyes always water and mess it up. Sometimes it can be the liner, sometimes it can be the ingredients. So totally try out the liquid and see if that works for you. Again, try it before you buy it. It's a perfect way of trying products. Camilla said, do you not use eyeliner on the bottom? I don't use liner on the bottom because I do like to wear shadow. But if you do like to wear a liner, totally go in with a liner, no problem. I feel like the shadow is like, it just stays so nicely underneath the eyes. I use kohl, but it spreads no matter how much you try. Definitely try the MAKIAGE pencil liner. It does not move. It's actually waterproof and it comes in a couple of colors too. And again, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you do, we do classes like every single day almost. There's a bunch of artists. Gia is like the top artist that she always pops in here, always doing amazing videos. If you guys do want to watch those, and for any kind of newness, definitely go and follow the Instagram page. They're always posting everything new, tips and tricks, the products. And again, do not forget to do the try before you buy it. You can pick up to 3 products and keep it if you love it, or if you want to exchange it, you can always do that too. And thank you so much for watching me do this with you guys. Bye, guys.